Good morning, everybody. Hi, Hunter. Good morning, Loretta.
No.
Yeah, I'm Girly from Philippines. So before we get started, could you please also drop in the chat where you're joining us from today? So good morning, good morning. Welcome to Quality Builders Virtual Walkthrough Project. My name is Girly, and I'm the office manager and the sales coordinator here at Quality Builders. And thank you so much for joining us this morning. Our goal today is to give you a behind the scenes look of this project and to share insight that can help you whether you're a homeowner, a house hacker, or an investor. We do this every first Wednesday of the month, and we also host an in-person event called the Chicago Cash for Breakfast Club every third Saturday of the month. So for more details of this event, I'll drop the link here on the chat. Okay, just drop the link. And as always, a portion of what we do is to support the Boys and Girls Club, where Jonathan is one of the board members. We'd love for you to join us in supporting this cause. I'm also going to drop the link on the chat. And a little about me, I joined Quality Builders a few months after it was founded back in 2020. And joining us is our on site expert, Jonathan, the founder of Quality Builders. Jonathan is a Chicago-based general contractor who overseeing multiple projects across the city and suburb. He'll walk us through the property today, highlighting progress, explaining some of the challenges we encounter, and sharing valuable lessons learned. And also, Jonathan will be available for our Q&A. So please feel free to drop your questions in the chat as we go. For anyone new to Quality Builders, we're a Chicago-based general contractor specializing in full gut rehabs, cosmetic renovations, and additions across the greater Chicago area. We're also a technology-driven, customer-centric team that believes in transparent communication and quality work. Here's what you can expect from today's session. Jonathan will take us through the key areas of the renovation, explaining what updates were made. We're also going to share a few lessons that we learned, and we're also going to answer any questions you have about the renovation and rehab. And let's talk about today's project. This is a two-unit multifamily home with full gut rehab scope, financed through Homestyle Renovation, and the space is about 1,133 square feet with 4 bedrooms and 2 baths. We manage all our scheduling and daily logs through BuilderGen, which keep both our team and our clients up to date. So before we jump into the walkthrough, let's take a look at some before photos of the bathroom, kitchen, and bedroom. So you can see what we started with. So this is the before photos of the bathroom. This is the before photos of the kitchen. And this is the before photos of the bedroom. So I'll now turn it over to Jonathan, who will walk us through to the project. Jonathan?
Thanks, Gurley. Good morning, everybody. I think Gurley mentioned too is typically we've done this on the first Saturday of the month. So this is the first time we're trying it on a Wednesday at 10 o'clock. So we're excited to get some feedback on the timing and how it works. So I'm here on site, like Gurley mentioned, we're here in Avondale. We just got started on this project. And Gurley, you also have the plans that you can pull up as well, right? That would probably be helpful really quick to walk through what the plans look like. So that way everyone kind of gets a lay of the land of where they're at. And I'm actually at the back of the house now. So if you guys can see her screen, so it's a 2-unit building. The second story unit is actually much smaller than the first unit. It's actually probably only about 600 square feet, and then the downstairs is probably closer to 1,100. So all in it, it's a little bit more than what we said. I think it's closer to 1,600 or 1,800 square feet. So we'll start out in the basement. So you can see the basement, existing basement, has the stairs that go into it. They go down. We're actually going to rebuild all these stairs. And so if you take a look, if you guys can see my screen now, I'll flip it around, show you where we're at. So this is currently the basement stairs. So as you can see, extremely steep. So these will not pass code to get these in here. So we'll be installing a new stairwell here. We'll have two new electrical panels. And then actually, when you walk down into this room, you walk in here, and over here where you see my flashlight will be the new utility room. And so in there, they'll house both hot water heaters, electrical panels, and the furnace for the first floor. And then the rest of the basement will just get cleared out. So we'll be removing this boiler. The existing structure is okay, so we didn't have to do anything with any beams or posts or foundations, anything of that nature. We will be upgrading the water service, so we'll get a new 1-inch service coming in, if you can see that. The water is currently off here. We actually had an issue with the water on the first floor, so we had to clear out all the wet drywall after a little water leak. And then we've used these temporary heaters here to keep things hot since we had to turn the boiler off. And the first floor layout, Gurley, if you can pull that up so they can see what the layout is. Generally, the layout's staying the same. It's still going to be a 2-bed, 1-bath, but we're just opening up the kitchen significantly. So as you can see, once she pulls it up, and if you go to the proposed first floor, Gurley, on A102, I think. Yeah, that one right there. So if you can see, the middle drawing there is the proposed layout. So before, we had a couple of walls that we ended up removing, and we didn't have that island. So we're kind of making more of an open concept kitchen, kind of 2 standard style Chicago bedrooms, actually a little bit larger. I think they're about 10 feet by 10 feet. And then we have the full bathroom that we're redoing. So I'll go to the front of the house now so you guys can see. So this is going to be the front entrance. All the radiators are going away. The existing windows we're going to be able to keep. We're going to do new insulation throughout. We kept this existing fireplace and built-ins. You can see. I don't know how we're going to frame this out still. We might even look at keeping this exposed, which looks really cool. And yeah, we're not making any adjustments with the framing. This wall here that you can see is going to end up coming out. So we'll have, like I said, more of an open concept here. This wall here that's still in here. So we've pretty much demoed out all the existing plaster and drywall. We obviously, or maybe not so obviously, but we always typically leave the carpets in until the very end. That way the existing hardwood that we plan on refinishing doesn't get any more damage than it already is. So I'm going to walk in here. You can see we have coat linen closet. We have bedroom 1 in here. We have bathroom 1 in here. So we'll get all new plumbing, all new vent stack. We're keeping the existing tub per the owner's request. And then this is bedroom 2, which is actually going to have a much bigger closet area that will end up being over here. Any questions about the layout or anything we can answer? Okay.
I have a question. Why are you guys removing the radiant heat?
The owner decided to just go with forced air. So he wanted air conditioning and decided to go with vents and a furnace versus the old radiant heat. Yeah.
So it's an owner decision. Gotcha.
Yeah, owner decision. Yeah, I actually like, the radiant heat's actually better, healthier for you, but it's just clunky, and kind of unesthetically pleasing. So
yeah. Cool.
Okay, so I'll go up to the second floor now, Gurley, if you want to pull up the layout for the second floor. Yeah, so we still have, I think we're about 2.5 to 3, closer to probably 3.5 weeks in and getting everything demoed out. We still have a little bit more work for the stairwell down there. So yeah, here on the second floor, which is that's the existing layout. We're pretty much putting back the exact same layout, and that's on. If you go down Gurley to A103, it's the drawing on the far right-hand side, so you can see kind of standard U-shaped kitchen, pretty standard 5x8 bath. We're adding a furnace up there. The laundry is going to be in the basement. And then we're not really able to do anything different up here or grab any more space. We're actually hoping, if you want to swap back to McGurley, we have this awesome enclosed porch. I think we're going to work on insulating a bunch more and potentially probably drywalling just so it's a lot better space. Up here you can see all the existing floors are in great condition. So we're going to be reusing those. We have our sink, oven, refrigerator combo, and that kind of triangle triage that's always recommended. And then here again, keep the existing tile on the existing tub because I want to keep some of the existing features, which I really like. And then same thing up here, we have 2 bed, 1 bath. It's obviously quite a bit smaller unit, but like space wise and the way it's laid out, I think it's really good. We're going to get a lot more space back when we remove these radiators. And you can see is you have a lot of space up here. We're actually supposed to put the furnace here. It'd be really good if we could get a washer dryer in here instead, and then potentially put the furnace out here if we have enough room and space. So that's something we're going to look into to see if that's possible as well. And then yeah, we're going to be obviously redoing all the electrical, all the HVAC and plumbing, and all the finishes. So this is standard gut renovation here, all the way to the studs. All the existing framing actually looks well done and in good conditions, and make it a lot easier to drywall and clean the space up. And so yeah, we're on the northwest side of the Chicago, Avondale area, 2 bed, 1 bath. I think owner's going to be trying to fetch somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000 for the units. He's going to end up renting them. This was actually an old family home that he ended up purchasing from the family. He's going to keep as a rental. So any other questions about the second floor for the first floor or the basement?
What's the timing looking like on starting from start to finish on this project?
Yeah, I think you're talking about the schedule timing. So yeah, we have it targeted for about between about 7 months from start to finish. So the biggest factor is always getting inspections in a timely manner. Sometimes for electrical, you can be up to 3 to 4 weeks of just waiting for your inspections. So we try to get them in advance, plan those out right. But yeah, we should be about the 7-month time frame for something like this, or a little bit sooner, depending on how things lay out. Cost wise, I think somewhere in the 250 to 350 range. Yeah, we had an old chimney in here. You can see it's no longer there as well. So we already patched the roof, you can see. That's all I've got, Gurley. Do you have anything else that you want to touch on?
Guys, do you have any last question for Jonathan before we're going to end our walkthrough for today? So I guess there's no more questions. So Thank you so much for spending part of your morning with us. If you'd like to schedule a free consultation, please visit us at qualitybuilders.com. And this is Girly from Quality Builders now signing off. Thank you so much. And see you soon for the next one.
All right. Thanks, Shirley. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you guys soon.